So welcome back guys. Today we are going to start another very important series which will be related to the digital logic gates and the digital logic. Okay, so previously we have discussed different number systems, that what are the number systems and how can these be used in many situations. So today we are going to start the digital logic gates. So what are basically the logic gates? So logic gates are the digital logic devices which are composed of the transistors, resistors and other circuit elements which are used to deploy the logic concepts of the humankind. Okay, so basically it deploy the logic concepts by using the digital devices, and therefore these are called the logic gates. Okay, so the first and the foremost thing before going to the logic gates is basically a very simple scenario in which we have a circuit here. So let us have a circuit here, and here we have a lamp. Suppose we have a lamp here, and this is the voltage source here. So let me remove it first. This is the voltage source we have. Okay, so in order to make this current flow from here, what should we have? Let me represent it with this yellow color. What should we have? If we want this current to flow from here, we will have a switch here, and in order to close the switch, what will happen when this switch will be closed? The same current will flow from here and this light bulb will glow. Okay, so that is the scenario when the input is on. Okay, so let me write here the input. Let me represent my input with this. So let me write here the input. Okay, and here let me write the output. Okay, so let me have this scenario here. So when, let me now write it with this one. So when the input is on, okay, input is through this switch, the output is also on, which is a light bulb. Okay, so that is the output, this is the input. Similarly, if the input is off, the output is also off. Okay, so in digital circuits, in digital logic and digital computers, on is usually represented with what? On is usually represented with 1. Okay, on or true. Similarly, off is usually represented with the 0. So using this scenario, what we can use here, instead of this on off, what we can write here, we can write here this: if the input is on, the output is also on. If the input is off, the output is also off. Okay, so what is this? This is a circuit diagram. And what is this? This table, this form of a table, this is called a what? This is called a truth table. Let me write it here. So that is a truth table. What is a truth table? It basically shows all the combinations of the input and the respective output which we can get from that combination. Okay, so that is what this is, a circuit of another very important. Let me first remove it. So this is the circuit of another very important circuitry, which is called a buffer. Okay, so that is a buffer. And similarly, the circuit representation of a buffer is like this, where here we have, this is the input and that is the output. So that is the representation of a buffer. So circuit representation, the truth table, the name of it, and then the schematic representation. Okay, similarly, just like this one, we have another very important circuit, and that is also called just like here. So instead of just writing the name of it, let me first draw a circuit diagram and show you the concept that what will happen. So suppose we have a circuit like this now. Okay, so it will always be on. let me have this as a bulb. So it will always be on no matter what is the input. So when the input is on, it will also be on. So suppose I am going to install a switch in parallel with it, okay, so in such a way that when it will be turned on, what will happen, all the current will flow through it. Okay, if it will be turned on, the current will flow through it and there will be no current across it. Okay, so in order to write the truth table about it, what we have to do, let me write it by using this color. So the input we have here, and similarly the output here. So input is in the form of this switch. So when the switch is on, I mean the switch is in working condition, what will happen, all the current will flow through it. If this is in this condition, it will be a short circuit, all the current will flow through it and there will be no current through this bulb and it will be off. So we can write it like 0. Okay, similarly when this switch is on, so there will be no current here because it will be a open circuit and all the current will flow through this bulb. And what will happen, if this is 0, all the current will flow through this bulb and this bulb will be on. Okay, so what is this type of the circuitry represents another type of gate that is called a NOT gate. Okay, that is the representation of a NOT gate. And how it can be represented, it can be represented by using the buffer with this bubble at the output, and it is the input and that is the output. So here we have two types of logic gates. The first one is the buffer, the second one is the NOT gate. Okay, so this is the representation. So let me now move down a bit and let me talk about another very important circuit here, and that is the third one. Okay, so let me use this color for it and let me remove it. So third one is the circuit in which we have this voltage source. Okay, and now we have again this light bulb which is connected with two sources or two inputs. Okay, so let me have this input 1 and this is the input 2 and this is the voltage. Okay, so what will happen if this is the voltage source and in order to flow the current from this end to this end, we have now two paths. If any of the path is now shorted, what will happen, all the current will flow through it and it will be glow. Okay, so again here let me have this input here, output here, but there is a scenario that now we have two inputs. This is the, let me call it, let me present it with this red, so let me call it 1, this is 2 and this is the bulb. Let me have it as it is. Okay, so that is the scenario. Okay, so now let me write their values. If the two switches are off, what will happen, this is 0, this is 0, what will happen, no current will flow through it and the output here will also be 0. Okay, if any of the switch is now shorted, what will happen, if the first switch is off and the second one is on, what will happen, it will get a path to this bulb and I will get 1 here. Okay, similarly if this is on, this is off, so I will again get 1. Okay, and at last, if what will happen, if the two are in on condition here, if the two are in on condition, what will happen, the current entering here and the which is leaving here will be equivalent. Okay, so therefore when the two are on, what will happen, the output will also be on. So here we can see that the output will be on if any of the input is on. Okay, so if 1 or 2 is on, we will get the output as on. So therefore due to this ORing or this OR statement, this gate is called the OR gate. Okay, and also another very important gate. And how it can be represented? So symbolically it can be represented by this symbol with these two inputs. Okay, so what is this? This is the input 1, this is 2, and the output we have here is this output. Okay, so that is the scenario where we can get this output, and this is another very basic circuit. And mathematically, usually if we have two inputs, just like, let me write them with this. So if we have two inputs A, B, their output is usually represented by this operator, which is a plus sign. So it is now the output. So mathematically it can also be represented by this, because now two operators are involved. Okay, while here in the NOT gate, what will happen? The output is usually represented as the complement of the input. Okay, so that is the representation or the mathematical representation for this gate. Now the third gate here we have, let me move on further. Okay, here, and the third gate here we have. Okay, fourth gate is, let me have another scenario in which we have a circuit like this, and we have two switches which are connected in series. Okay, so that is the voltage source, while that is a light bulb. So what will happen here? We can see that this is a 1, this is 2, which are the input switches. So if any of the two is on, there will be nothing which can be flowed through this light bulb. Okay, so in order to see it by using the truth table, what I have to do, this is the these are the inputs. Okay, this is the output. So now in order to represent the inputs, we have again two inputs. This is 1, this is 2, and the output here is just like it is. Okay, let me move it. So now what will happen if the two switches are open? What will happen? There will be no current which can be flowed through this light bulb, and it will not glow, therefore it will be 0 or turned off as well. Okay, similarly, if any of the two switches is closed, just like if this is closed, what will happen? So there will be no current here as well, because these two are now in series, and if one of them is on, there will be no path for the current to flow. So therefore if this is off, this is on, what will happen? The output will, we will not achieve any output. Similarly, if this is on and the other one is off, I will not get any output as well. So the condition arrive when both of the switches will turn on, and the current will then flow through this circuit, and this bulb will glow. So the scenario in which 1 and 2 are both on, so I will get this output. So due to this ANDing condition, this gate here is called the AND gate. Okay, another very important gate, and that is called the AND gate, and it can also be represented symbolically by this. Okay, so that is the schematic symbol of this AND, where this is 1, this is 2, and we have this output. Okay, so that is the symbol. And similarly, in order to do the mathematics over it, or the mathematical operator which is used to represent the ANDing operation, that is the this steric or dot operation. So it will give me the output. So that is the output is composed of the AND of A and B. So that is the end of this lecture, in which we have seen 4 very basic logic gates. So the first one is the buffer, which is nothing but shows the flow of current from one end to the other. The second one is the conceptual overview of the NOT gate. The third one is the OR, while the fourth one is the AND gate. Okay, so I hope this lecture is of benefit to you, in which I have tried to cover all the aspects of the logic gates. I haven't used, or I haven't discussed the circuit elements which are used inside of these logic gates, because it will be difficult for you to absorb. And in some time I will also discuss the transistors which are combined together to create the combinations which are used to perform logic operations. Okay, so that's it for today, and I will see you with some more questions of our book in our upcoming video. So that is the start of the digital logic design course, and I will see you with some more interesting questions, some more interesting stuff in our upcoming video. Thank you so much.